Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to Strategic Mind, Spectre of Communism. We are here with the next mission, the Leningrad-Novgorod offensive. Now, last episode, I rather, had to replay that other mission, so that took quite a while, but I got through it ultimately, I suppose. Yeah, without commentary, I guess, also, so I could completely focus and take breaks every now and then because, ultimately it took like 5 hours or something like that for me to finish it. So, yeah, that mission took very long. Can you imagine that I'll be doing half an hour videos? It would, for all intents and purposes, that would mean that I would have 10 parts. That's probably a bit crazy. But I just really like additional movements. Anyway, you guys get flamethrower from the assaulter ability. So let's have 2 with sappers and 2 with flamethrowers. We'll probably spend the majority of the prestige on winter equipment again. But that is something that we have to pay for. Yeah, let's get rid of the heavy searchlights. Because they were already down by a significant portion here. Sometimes I have to look. I'd rather keep the tank flamethrowers if I can help it. Especially on the tanks. Although in the case of the IS-2, like, these guys are at level 6. So I really want them to be a powerhouse in terms of fighting. So I kind of need to let go of the tank flamethrower at that point. Whereas these guys do not have a hero. So I care less about the ammunition and maybe more about the tank flamethrower. Just in general, 2 tanks that are more powerful have less inclination to have tank flamethrowers. Alright, 557. Now, generally, I would like to give you additional strength. I don't think I've anything that I can cut in terms of equipment in order to save up on a few more prestige points. Definitely not there. Nah. Yeah, so T-34 and 43. Let's get them T-34-85s. IS-2 to IS-2M is hard defense, hard attack. Sure. Overstrength the Panther, which I cannot actually upgrade. What does it say on the side? Yapo something. Something's written, but I cannot change it, so I would not know what it says. Let's see, because I don't think I can upgrade these guys either. KV-1S is the final upgrade for KVs. So yeah. No upgrade there. Let's get these higher because they also have a hero. Yeah, so 22 left. There is not much I can do with 22 probably. Alright, there we go. I want to get my units the capabilities of getting up to level 7, so that will be the final upgrade there. Yeah, so they can all go to level 7. And then we can look for other things. Things like trophy committee and tank infantry support, which is also very useful. Either way, let's see what these guys have to say.
Another winter operation. I am already tired repeating that without winter equipment, soldiers will not fight. Additionally, I heard the Germans built several lines of fortification in that region. Flamethrowers and sappers will come in handy if we want to advance at a fast pace.
The defenders of Leningrad have fought long and hard, but they are human and they can't last forever. Considering that the Stavka has left the city without supplies, Leningrad's continued resistance is miraculous. We need to lift the blockade as soon as possible and help Leningrad's heroic defenders.
Sure.
We're ready to begin the Leningrad offensive. We can finally lift the enemy blockade of the city.
Our forces still hold several key positions in and around the city. That will help us greatly.
Zhukov, do you think you can keep the high tempo of advance like you did during the Kiev offensive?
Certainly, but we will take higher losses. Did Comrade Vorshilov give you my detailed report? I advise a more cautious approach this time.
I have just come back from Tehran. I was in conference with our British and American allies. The decisive victories at Kursk and Kiev have greatly strengthened our diplomatic position. The Reich's downfall is imminent. Now the question is, how to share the spoils of victory.
Indeed. The Tehran conference was a great success. But if we want our share of Europe, we must speed up our offensive.
There are limitations as to how fast our troops can advance.
I did not see such problems when the Wehrmacht attacked us in the summer of 1941, Vasilevsky. Zhukov will carry out this operation. He is the only general we have who fights without letting sentiment get in the way.
Thank you for your trust, Comrade Stalin. I will begin as soon as I get the approval of Comrade People's Commissar.
Forget about Voroshilov. You have my approval. That is enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Alright, so we're gonna rack up the casualties again, although I don't think we'll be using the indigenous population like we did last time again. Or at least I hope not.
It is time to lift the Nazi blockade of Leningrad, Comrade Zhukov. This mission rests on your shoulders now. Do not let me down.
Understood, Comrade Stalin. In order to lift the blockade of Leningrad, we need to drive the Germans off the left bank of the Neva and capture the main logistical junctions within and around the city. Those are Kolpina, Pushkin, Krasny, Petrodvorets, and Oranienbaum. At the same time, we must capture the major cities in the region. We'll start with Novgorod and advance into the German-held territory, freeing city after city. We must take Finovluk, Lubain, Siversky, Luga, Tlusa, Liadi, Osmino, Vruda, Kingisep, Narva, Slanti, and Binkano.
I've heard there's an experimental naval cannon in Leningrad. Considering its caliber and range, it could help us lift the blockade off the city. I suggest we use it to shell the Germans on the other bank of the Neva. It will also be the weapons field test.
I always welcome more firepower. We'll do as you suggest. Now let's get to work for Comrade Stalin and the citizens of Leningrad.
Sure, once again. Alright, so let's take a look. And deploy some. I do want to have some heavy units in all the places as well. Question is though whether I'll deploy forces there too. I already have a recon here. No need to deploy a second one. Sure. I don't really have the ability to put a big contingent of forces there. But I'll try. To put some. With the good fighters in the center. All right, let's get started here then, but before we do, there is one thing that I think is important to mention, and that is not taking Novgorod on the first turn here, because we have something that's similar to the Kursk operation, where if you take this at an unfortunate time, say turn 1, you're going to miss out on a certain objective that I think becomes near, if not totally or so 100% physically impossible to get. So if you take this, there will be some partisan units that spawn down here, and you will need to link up with them. But if you say take this on turn 1, you're not going to get a whole lot further than that. The enemy has a lot of units to counterattack here, and after the first turn, more units will spawn here, so they'll get like 4 tanks and an armor train as well. And they have more troops even here, so what happens is, if you give the enemy a turn, they will at least destroy 2 out of 4 on the first turn, and the other 2 on the second. Which means that you have to get from here to here in 1 turn, if you want to save even any of them. And as you can already guess by the number of hexes, that is physically impossible. So taking this on turn 1, because you, I don't know, play well, means you're not gonna get the objective. So you want to watch out for that, especially. All right. That's just something that I noticed while playing through the first turn myself, and then I got into that predicament. I was like, yeah, okay. That's not good, obviously. So, there. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think we should pave the way. Now, that does mean I have some slight precognition of the first turn. Well, there is nothing really to be done about that. If you want to get all the objectives, you're gonna run into things like these, and yeah, if it's just physically impossible, that just sucks, you know. There's nothing I can do. Now, that's well and done, I don't think you can go here. No. So if I use this, then I don't. Oh yeah, it does actually help a bit. That might not be necessary. It still costs prestige to do that. So that's not always necessarily good. Now that we've taken care of those, these guys can clear mines too. Maybe it would be for the better. And they get overrun too, so now I can also kill them. And them. So these guys still have enough movement afterwards as well. I mean, they don't necessarily... 1, 2, 3. This is also forest. It would be pretty good to already deal with this, but it's not super necessary. Like these and these are practically finished. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means though. Let's just move back. Like I said, especially during something like a first turn, I have to be careful anyway. I'm not sure why it doesn't tell me like, hey, you're gonna get a counterattack here too. It says so here, but then not here. Very strange. Yeah, I can do this. And if I move into the city, like here, could technically already clear some mines, but that would just give them another venture for attack, eh? I'm sure it will help. I do want to move the KV-1S back. And like they can go here and then attack these. That would also be unfortunate. I can see them getting across, but then rather, you know, let's see. Okay. Not super amazing, but especially during a first turn, I do want to be careful. As well. I'll leave the fighters for the moment. There does. Yeah, let's take a look. If they have a bunker, that would certainly be an issue. Yeah, okay, so this might be 1-2, but I would rather expect it to be further to the back and this to be another fort. Oh, this is called artillery fort, it's not bunker. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Surely attacking that there. Do I not have any recons in this area? I do not. Yeah, that one. But that's... yeah, let's use you, so at least we're getting rid of that. Problem is these. Now, supposedly they can attack, but I'm quite sure they'll take damage from the mortar. which has plus 11 in additional value. 50 is basic. Plus 9 from winter equipment. They get bonus from winter equipment? How about these? It just removes the frost penalty. So plus 3, plus 7. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I have to say I'm a bit hesitant even to put some of these infantry into that supply point. Now they can get in there. That's actually probably decent enough. Let's get them in there. Them. Paratroopers. I have to be completely honest, I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with paratroopers at this particular stage. It just does not seem like that great of an asset for now. And another problem I think kind of is that if they move here, they will lose all their movement points. And that's just kind of game over afterwards. If the enemy, I mean, they have 6 of that, but if the enemy comes with some bombers and or whatever. On the other hand, though, if I kill this, let's see. So I get rid of those. Move in the elephant. Because what I can do here is I can do quite a few attacks. They don't particularly count towards killing many units. But I think defeating a substantial amount will serve me quite well. Now, at this point, There are more things that I have to be careful about, but an attack from this side is not it. Like this line, they might have some forces here, which it does look like, sure. But that's probably not going to be such an issue. Depending on the circumstances. So you should move at least up a little bit as well. Hope they won't get seen either way. But that applies for more units. By moving them around, my hope is at least that the enemy will not be able to attack them. I still have some units that need to move, obviously, here. But if they have an AT there, then there is no way I can go like this. Problem is that I cannot reveal them as of yet. Can do that though. Yep. If they have bunker, they don't have it in force usually. They would have it here. One, or the artillery for 1, 2, 3, 4. So moving ahead. Attack that seems to be fine. Don't care that much for support like that. 5, 4, 3. I don't think. Okay, fair enough. Free MLF. Do I want to waste it? So you clear the mines. Oh. Well. That's something. Okay, yeah. Kill them. Not inclined to attack this. But I'm not gonna let a good attack go to waste, and I will retreat. So I guess I cannot clear those mines because of that artillery fort at the moment. But moving you ahead is also not top priority right now. Get you in here. There's no way I'm gonna be able to reach all the way. So I think in this case my best bet would be on holding a line and you in here. Let's put that recon in here. I wouldn't mind too much if they attacked it. One, two, three, four, five. I would still need some airplanes there, definitely. Also most certainly protecting my most valuable assets. I'm very sure there's an AA gun, which does make things a bit problematic. But it doesn't attack my plane. Not yet anyhow. Strange. Alright, let's keep them in the center so they're quite mobile at that point. Yeah, that's not really important, but and that's the problem of not having recon everywhere. But I didn't have the prestige to really purchase another one, unfortunately. 45 in reconnaissance planes. Holy cow. That is... I never knew they were that expensive. I don't remember them being that expensive. Holy moly. Gee, that is wow. Okay, so I have to use them a lot more sparingly. Damn. These guys aren't too powerful, so I cannot put I don't really want to put them in the front line. I do think they're getting the supplies after this has been repaired. At least I hope so, because otherwise they're not so great of a position. Actually. Okay, well, this thing is not a problem. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I'll be protecting my most important assets from enemy planes here. Well, losing so much from these planes getting destroyed certainly does put things in a different perspective. This fort has very low defensive defensive value. Defensive value. Certainly a lot lower than things like the Tiger. Oh. Wow. I thought this was an AA gun. I'm sorry, it looked like an 88 to me. I just, I really thought this was an anti-aircraft gun. Okay, well, you're probably dead now, but let's get you out. Yeah. Yeah, so that's rather what I was afraid of, but boom and zoom does not help against it. I mean, I simply have to protect these, at least these front guys. Yeah, I'll take some damage, I know, but I don't see any other way. Do you have extra range? Yeah, you do. Okay. All right. Let's pray. First turns are always the worst. It gets better after that, but yeah. First turns are always a problem. What? Screw that. That might have been okay. Maybe. Surely they'll have more planes. But it's not so bad if they attack deeply entrenched units. Yeah. Okay, good. They got the supplies, though. Okay. We can't protect them all. That's why I'm protecting my most vulnerable units, or my most important ones. Yeah. Sure. Seems like my SU-85 is definitely not up to snuff when it comes to enemy armor. Because it just got wrecked. Luckily they're relatively cheap, but... I have a lot of artillery support. Still, it seems like these guys at least held for this turn. Which is good. It doesn't look like they'll break through the center, so... I wonder what's up with that, but... Yeah, this is fine. Like, damage on my infantry is super cheap to replace. And I'd rather attack the infantry with the Nashorn than my tanks, because I'll lose so much. Like, I really don't care that much about this. Alright, I guess that's the first turn. I'm gonna end the video here. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, and bye-bye.